Do a quick scan of this and come back home. The truth, a little bit. Now this one right here, this is fun.
Go ahead.
This is really fun. There's a movie out, and you probably think I watch a lot of movies with the clips, but I'm just using them to get points across.
Yes, sir.
So I have to do all the talking. But this movie is called The Beautiful Mind. It's about a guy who was a mathematician.
Right.
That's why it's got all that stuff on the window. And then he became the highest level secret agent that was figuring out the whole world. Right? And this is how the whole movie's going. And then in the end, he starts to have these little experiences with somebody talking to him and making him question himself. And ultimately he realizes that he was psychotic. He was crazy. He was in a shed scribbling stuff on the wall. But in his mind,
Go ahead.
he was something else. What's the lesson of something like this? The Ghetto Boys made a song a long time ago. My mind's playing tricks. Don't let your mind get the best of you. That's why you look at results. See what I'm saying? Because I could go buy a uniform that I designed and put stars on the shoulder and build myself a hat and tell you I'm Emperor Michael. And I could, listen, people are so simple, I could get followers. Right or wrong? You all ever seen people like that back in your city? I'm not going to name them by names. But all they indicate to you is that the people are like sheep. Okay? They're like sheep. That's why you need deliberative dialogue to build the hard drive, right? So they can know when they're being flim-flammed. But in the meantime, the people are like sheep. So we have to be careful not to be caught into acting like something. Pretending, but not having results. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan has works. He's not just going in the scripture talking about himself. His works bear witness to the truth. Is that right? You should be the same. Make no claims about yourself. Let your works speak for you. That's why the best title is brother. Because you just stand under brother and then just work, and Allah will see your works, and so will the believers. Is that right? Let's try that next one. Why management? Some people thought management is not a spiritual subject.
Break it down.
The only way I didn't go to school for management. Think about that. So a lot of people coming up to me running down all these books. I didn't go for that. So I actually I'm not even well versed in that like that. Only to an extent. I'm self-taught on the subject. I went in the bookstore and snatched all the books down and read them myself and took notes. And I got into it because of my experience in the Nation of Islam. So as I watched stars all over the country, and I can name them all, you know who they are in the second resurrection, and even prior to 75. Great leaders have come and gone. Right or wrong? And great leaders are still present in the Nation of Islam. So I began to ask myself, how can all these great people be here, and I see them giving everything they got, and they're working so hard, but they come up short? That was the big riddle. See, I was in Washington, D.C., so there's a lot happening there over the years. Whether you talk the Millionaire March, or the Minister Ali ran for Congress, or Brother Sean ran for school board, or the minister coming in, the 40,000. I mean, you see a lot. Then being in Howard, everybody got ideas going to come through here and argue with you. So I'm saying, well, what is going on here? That we've got superstars, but they wind up all kind of in the same ballpark. In many ways, just crowning the power. But I began to think about management. Not individual stars, but the way you get the best out of the whole team.
Yes, sir.
It was a different approach. You can have a superstar on your team. He'll put up 80 points. Kobe Bryant won't even make the playoffs.
That's right. That's
Does
right.
that make sense? I mean, you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's a lot like how we have been. You have a superstar that's so good that you just say, well, get the ball. We're going to sit and watch. Because Minister Tony's that good. We'll just give him the ball. And I just stand here. You do it. You teach, you guide, you lead, you train, you money, business, everything. What you got? That's too much. So somebody has to say, I'll be the coach. Or even be a player coach. Who then says, I'm going to look at the whole team I got here and figure out how to get 3 rebounds from you, 2 assists from you, 30 points from you, 15 assists from you. You're going to come off the bench and get this guy a breather. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And together, we're going to win by 50. So collectively, we raise the trophy. You may not get the individual accolade, but we achieve the mission. Which one is bigger? You or the mission? Me or the mission? Mission. Now that's not to say that you destroy yourself in the process. Because if you got broke down members on your team, how well will your team perform? If they're ragged, naked, out of doors, broken marriages, conflicting, come on. So the strength of the team is the strength of the individuals. Is that right? Therefore, you see the wisdom in setting yourself in heaven at once. Because if you got people doing that, they're equipped to accomplish everything else. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Because they're personally satisfied. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to live one time.
That's right.
That's what I was taught.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The lessons I studied said that the 85ers was taught by the 10% that you would come back from death. And that you would then, you don't have the milk and honey.
When you die.
So you can be a tool and a slave right now.
I'll get it later.
Right? Why does the devil keep our people illiterate?
Come on,
So
brother.
that he can use them for a tool but also a slave. So don't read any books. What's the difference between a man that doesn't read and a man that can't read? They're both illiterate. Because illiterate means ignorant.
Come on.
Is that right? That's in here. So some of us haven't bought a book in 4 years.
Go ahead,
Don't have a bookshop.
That's right.
And then you use God's name to explain that. That's tough, man. But you're free to do that. I'm just going to check your results. And what I would probably find is that you're frustrated. Because knowledge is power, right? The all-knowing. Not the all-guessing. So management. Allah made us the vicegerent of the earth. The managers of the whole universe. The steward of creation. The God of the universe. Next slide. Who are you? See, this is the basis of management right here.
We can see it.
This is the basis of it right here. You just have to ask yourself, which one are you? Because some of us just switch back and forth or hang out more on the victim side. But God has power, knowledge, the ability to say in advance what's going to happen. The Holy Quran said all it is for Allah to do is say, be. And what? It is. That means not only can Allah predict, but Allah can what? to complain. This is wrong, that's wrong, 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 baby wrong, husband wrong, doctor wrong, boss wrong, bitch wrong. The white man comes up in Africa, snatches us up by force, takes us 9,000 miles, and says, pick the cotton. The Holy Quran says, the devil says, I merely call. You answer. You conform. Somebody come up to you, brother, give me all your money. Oh, yes, sir, brother. that we become victims. See, if you got hands and you don't know how to use them, you'll complain that you can't get nothing. If you got legs and you don't know how to use them, then you might blame somebody for you not going nowhere. You see how it works? Missing the knowledge of self. The power of speech. Are we not being influenced this weekend by words? Are these words changing our reality? The power of speech. The power of motion. The power of touch, sight, hearing, smell, taste. The power to love. Can you not change things through love? The power to reason. How strong is your capacity to figure something out? To reason. Somebody come to you in some situation. The power to reason. The power to analyze. The power to learn. If you don't use this, you will become a victim. And you deserve to be one. Because you haven't learned nothing new in 15 years. And you wonder why you're drowning. Man, this country right now, it's the information age. People you can learn, you can go online and learn anything about any subject in 5 minutes.
That's right.
That did not exist in this revelation. I'm a specialist. I know I can learn what you're doing in a half hour.
That's right.
I can go online and type in your motion, and I'll get 1,000 hits, references, and I just start printing them, and I can walk around and be halfway where you are in 2 months. So how can you explain not learning in a world like this? Master Quran Muhammad's father had to spend lots of money buying the most expensive books for him.
One word.
But now the books are free, they're all online, and we won't press a button. You deserve it. We deserve to be done. The ability to predict, the ability to perceive, which is what I mean by that is to change your perception. You ever walk up to somebody, you greet them, and then they start looking at you funny? And then you start looking at them funny? And then they say, you looking at me funny, and you end up with a conflict. Perception. Then all you have to do is ask them, is there something wrong? So yesterday you walked by me and didn't speak. Oh, I didn't see you.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't see me? No, I didn't see you. Oh, okay, my fault. Perception changes. New reality. True or false? So you have the power to change perceptions. Don't get locked into your viewpoint. Because your viewpoint is just your viewpoint. It's just my viewpoint. The scriptures, I think it was Paul that said, I die daily for the Lord. What is he saying? He said, I switch my perception up all the time. The wise man changes often,
That's right. And a fool.
and a fool changes not. The power to reproduce. You know what that is, right? The power to influence. The power to build. The power to create artwork, things. The power to envision. That's real. That's going to be probably the most important one up there for us today. Because at a certain point, when it's time for you to come up with a goal and a plan, you're going to have to be able to see in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? We can science up on what all that is. But basically, just to keep it simple, that blackness in our minds, when we close our eyes, we have to project an image in it. And that's called our vision. And then we got to go to work by holding that vision in our head while we work. To nurture, to make, to create emotions. Those are powerful, right? Intuition. You ever just did a thought, I should do this, and it was right, but you couldn't explain where it came from? That's a power. We're just not in control of it. It just pops up.
Right.
But sometimes when you need it, it'll kick in. The power to change. The power of prayer. Did you know prayer is a power?
Yes, sir.
It's a power. That's why when you get in trouble, you reach for it. Because it works. The power to choose. The power to achieve. To set goals. Now we're going to kind of bring it on home. You all saw this on the video?
Yes, sir.
This is the simplified version of the philosophy of management. No matter what company you're dealing with, everyone is successful doing this. This is the Holy Quran. Right. It really is. You may not see the language in it. You see? That's why some people say, Agua. The person say, I'm not going to want Agua, man. I want some water. You see what I'm saying? It's just language. So if you look in the Holy Quran, you will see that it's full of cause and effect. You'll see that it's full of cause and effect. And we warn the people of God. They listen now. So look, we did this. Is that right? Cause and effect. They found themselves in error, and consequently, they suffer. If you go back and look at the Holy Quran, you'll see it's just cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. You are only as good as the results that you get. In other words, you don't take things on face value. You don't believe things that you hear just because you hear it.
That's right.
You verify things, is that right? You show and prove.
That's right.
And in a limited time, you prove it. Is that right? So that's okay. See another slide? Now, I would like you all to read this, and if you agree with it, I would like you to stand and let's collectively take this oath. So just read it for yourself now.